Okay, so that wraps up this last little bit of lecture here. What can we expect for this week? Hopefully you're at least watching this part. So this Tuesday is our last class period. We will be discussing the milestones, and this is the last chance to ask questions as a class as a whole. As I said before, I'm not going to quiz you on the warehousing content. There was no assignments associated with it, anything like that. I won't even do a review of concepts on it. So that will be that. So I expect a very short class on Tuesday, mostly as just a last checkpoint. On Thursday, there will be no class. I'll treat the class time as open office hours and just kind of like hang out on Teams. It will also be basically your last chance to ask for project help in open office hours as well, because all of the regular office hours on Monday and Wednesday. Yeah, during finals week, I'm not going to run full office hours, but as many of you have found out, I kind of live on my computer. So if you message me on Teams, I'm likely to respond, or email me, I'm likely to respond any time of the day anyways. Then the last thing on Thursday is that the reports assignment is due. Then after that, we have our finals week. The project is due on the 10th at 2 o'clock. As I said, this last class, I'm not going to be super like, I don't really care about the 2 o'clock part of it as much. Just get it to me by that day. Sooner you get off the plate, the happier you'll be, I'm sure. We talked about what is due in class, but here's one more time here. So I expect to see a business justification, the ER diagram, that'd be an EERD for those of you who have the subtypes type thing going on. I expect to see a relational schema. I expect your diagram and schema to reflect the final relational diagram that's inside of Access or Libre, if that's your thing. I expect to see a populated database with referential integrity and good naming conventions, metadata, all that kind of stuff done as much as you can. Your forms and reports should be cohesive. They should be a final product. They should not look like you just spit them out on a wizard. The postmortem should be in your Word doc and in the PowerPoint itself as you're doing the short demonstration. And then I need a technical demo of your PowerPoint, or of your database. For the technical demonstration, Libre users, there's definitely some times where things look one way on a Mac and it does not look that way on my computer. So make sure that you demonstrate all the cool features that you do, and just make sure that I see everything on your computer. That way, if the formatting is really bad on mine, I can see what it looks like on your end. For everyone on Access, if you have only 3 reports and 3 forms, please demonstrate and show me all of those. If you have more than that, you don't have to demonstrate them all for me, just like pick the 3 that you want to show off. Yeah, and if there's, ideally also walk through the relational, or your ERD, and like you should give me a rundown of what is the business justification, like what is your project. Talk through the relationships on your ERD, show me that, then the technical demonstration part, and then do the wrap up of what you learned and what you would do again, what would you do differently if you could do the project again, those kind of things. Okay, so that is the project. All right, so that's due on the 10th, which is Thursday. By the 14th, which is Monday, anything that is not due needs to be done by that point. Otherwise, it's not going to make it into the gradebook and you'll lose the chance for this points forever. I also added an assignment into Canvas for the class evaluations. I don't know if this is standard for the undergrads, but most of my grad classes have done this where after you fill out the, I think it's in Banner or Canvas, the class evaluations, they send you the email. When you get to the end of that completion screen and it shows you what classes you've completed it for, just do a screenshot for me of this class when you finish it, saying evidence that you did it, and then upload it into Canvas. That way, like, I can't associate your evaluations with yours, but I know that you did it, so that will count towards your participation, as well as your whole pattern of participation throughout the quarter of involving yourselves in especially the part that I could see, which is not any sort of group work or anything, but in the review. So yeah, that is it. We're at the end of the line here. So if you have any questions about projects and stuff, make sure that you keep them in mind for our class time on Tuesday. So I am looking forward to seeing you then.